In this example we are using moneo configure. The signal light can be used in two different operating modes. The signal light mode, in which defined segments can be switched on or off, and the level meter mode, where a value can be displayed in 20 steps. First I will show you the parameterization of the signal light mode. Here you can define up to 5 segments which can visualize the state of a machine. A segment is defined by its size, color and appearance. The size of the segment is defined by the size of segment parameter. The numbering of the segment starts at the top of the lamp. The signal light has 20 LEDs that can be divided in up to 5 segments, so the sum of the segment sizes shall not exceed 20. For example, you could define one large segment. One large segment and 2 small segments. Or 5 segments of equal size. And you have many more possibilities. The parameter blank between segments will use the bottom LED of each segment as a visual separator to the next segment. To define the colors of the segments, the segment color parameters are used. Here you can choose between 7 predefined colors or the user color, which can be defined in a separate parameter. With the parameter segment appearance, you can choose between a continuously lit LED or 6 different blinking and flashing patterns. When everything is set, you can switch different segments on or off using bits in the process data. The second operating mode is the level meter mode. This can be used to visualize an analog value as a bar graph. Here the multicolor signal lamp is divided into 20 LEDs. The numbering of the LEDs is defined by the parameter direction of flow. In the bottom-up direction, the first LED is the bottom one, and the bar graph will rise upwards. In the top-down direction of flow, the first LED is the top one, and the bar graph will rise downwards. Using the parameters level meter thresholds, you can define when an LED will light up. When you set it, for example, to 10, the LED will light up with a process value greater than 10. For each of the 20 LEDs, you can select a color using the parameters LED colors. Here you can choose between 21 colors or for the LED to stay off. With the LED appearance parameters, you can choose between continuous lighting or 6 different blinking and flashing patterns for each LED. When the parameter scope of appearance is set to only top segment, the blinking flashing pattern will only apply to the top LED. When all of segments is selected, the blinking flashing pattern and the color of the top LED will apply to all active LEDs. When separate segments is selected, each active LED will appear in its defined blinking flashing pattern and color. Now I will show you additional parameter which will affect the multicolor signal light in both operating modes. The user preference banks are 3 predefined color patterns for the 20 LEDs which, when activated, will override the signal light or level meter. This could be used to indicate an error. To define these, the user preference color bank parameters are used. These banks are activated using the user preference select in the process data. With the parameter LED intensity, it is possible to adjust the brightness of the LEDs. For the DV2910 and the DV2930, which are equipped with a buzzer, the volume of the buzzer can be adjusted with the parameter buzzer intensity. You can choose between 7 different buzzer styles and turn the buzzer on or off using the process data. This was an overview of all the parameters of the multicolor signal light. With the signal light mode and a level mode, user predefined banks, and a buzzer on some of the models.